Hi. Am I recording? I guess I am. Becoming quite a habit with me in these videos. I talk. I don't know why, but got into a habit of making videos. Well, I always made videos, I suppose, even before the internet with cameras. But onto a VHS tape. Good God. So the main topic seems to be in the news is Donald Trump. You got Fox News, you got CNN News, and you got Midas Touch Network and the lawyers and that. I'm not into politics, but when you get outlandish stuff that resembles Adolf Hitler's epic stuff, gets a little one gets a little weirded out. Okay? Hmm. Yeah, well, his outlandish statements are pretty Nazi-like, Nazism, the coming of Hitler. From what I could see and understand, he's ranting and raving and doing this and doing that because he knows he's going to jail, so he wants to get an army of Trump lovers to vote for him or do something. What he talks about is totally falls in the category of he needs psychiatric help ASAP. I know a psychopath, when I've been around people at Essendale, Riverview, got to know him, studied psychology, but this guy, if he gets into power, it's be the end of the USA, that's for sure. He wants to send troops down to the border and make camps. Wow, that's like Adolf Hitler again, huh? There'd be a massive influx into Mexico and Canada of American people that couldn't live under his regime. Plus, it opened the door for other powers to take advantage of the situation as the USA where they split up. I'm sure of that. I never heard such a weird, sick person like him before, except Adolf Hitler and maybe other Nazis or that character in North Korea, whatever his name is. A lot of psychopaths. So Mr. Donald, he knows he's going to jail. There's no way out of it. He can't live in jail. He's doing everything he can in his voices and things to get people to vote for him. That's basically it. And he's really an anti-human type person. Wow. He hates anybody who's not a beautiful white Aryan person, I believe. Wow. He is a disgusting, filthy pig. And on the internet too, it's he shits himself all the time and he stinks. Well, yeah, I guess most dictators do. I would want him around, even I don't know. It's gonna get interesting, I'm sure. I'm talking about politics and what's going on from my point of view. I don't know if it's correct or not, but oh well. I'm just listening to different news sources as entertainment, really. Most of the time, I'm studying things in science and vintage stuff too. I was watching USS New Jersey and its unique firing systems and computers. I think I approached Ryan on that target designation system I have. I haven't got a reply yet, and I've never seen one anywhere else except the one I have. Ha! The one I did a video on on it. So anyway, as today I finished off some of the wiring for the DC motor and tested it works fine. put that in a spot. I like to paint it black and add some highlights to it, like red highlights. I don't know. I'll get around to it. I'm doing so many different things these days. Leg is still a bit sore, a bit stiff in the back because I've been walking around with this thing here. No Xanax yet. It's gonna get interesting, I'm sure. Fast heart rate, huh? Now, when I do this with fast heart rate, it slows it down. It's slowed down. Does anybody know about this? I just touch this vein here and it slows it down. And that's kind of wild, isn't it? Anybody out there in the medical field who knows what that would be? Or is it just mind over stuff, you know? I don't know. Oh, I got these eBay glasses. Let's see what I look like with these on. Prudence on the pill. Hi. I used to wear glasses and I decided not to, but these are only like $6 free shipping. Pick out what strength you want. I can see okay. They're a little dirty, but oh well. You've seen me in videos with glasses on. I think that's a little clearer. Yeah. That's that old saying, boys don't make passes with girls that wear glasses. I wonder where that phrase came from. It's kind of ridiculous, isn't it? Yeah. We're comfortable here. Girls don't make passes with boys that wear... No, with girls that wear... I don't know. Happy New Year, everybody. All the little hobbits out there. It's a little Johnny Cupcake here. Doing a stupid video of the day kind of thing. Oh, well, who knows? I got good, interesting comments. Try and do my best to answer them, which is fun. You can ask me anything. I think it's fun to answer anything you want me to talk about or do. Got some folks that like my lovely legs to be kind of showing, so oh well. We do that a little bit too, but it's kind of cold today, so I'm not gonna get too naked for you, but I'll try. What's that over there? A lot of comments on my beautiful legs. Holy mackerel! I'm sorry. I have this one. It's still warm and it's swollen down here and up here a bit, but slowly getting better. Let's see if I measure it. It's about the same. Couple of inches. This one is, yeah, it's a little fatter, but it'll go away. It'll go away. Yeah, I'll be glad when summer comes I can wear less clothes and stuff, you know. It's just sit in the sun for an hour a day. It keeps the psychiatrist or the doctor away, wouldn't you think so? Oh, well. Should I talk about something else? I think I will for the hell of it. For fun. I mean, we all know what animus are, don't we? Okay, and we give ourselves animus. Oh, I gotta talk about this one. It's gonna be funny. Are you stuck without an enema bottle or thing? Well, today I made my own. out of one of these squeezy bottles, along with this piece that fits up here, rear end. So I filled it up with warm water. Did 2 enemas with this. Just squeeze it, slowly. And sit on the toilet and hear plop plop. I plop plop. This sits in like a cork. So I hang it up like this and squeeze it. So if you're stuck for an enema, use an ordinary bottle like this here, one of these drinking bottles or something, squeeze it, put a plug in it, and a piece of stuff like that. Stick it up your rear posterior and squeeze slowly. You don't want this to fly out, but just lay on the floor and squeeze. After that, I clean it out and soap and water, as well as left some alcohol in there. That's your homebrew emergency doctor kit. So that was fun. It's easy to do. Very easy, number one. You could probably add a dash of soap, Oh, ho, ho. Hold on to the phone for a minute. I'm coming right back. Yes, I am. I just had a craving for a bloody cigarette. Enema. Woohoo. Oh, hi. Are we still coughing? Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Speaking of, I'm sure the TV show MacGyver probably would have done something like that, too. Actually, I met the staff, and Shirley Ingram from MacGyver, it was 1987, I believe, came to the lab and rented my Canon for 21 Jump Street. Paid me $210 for a Canon rental. As the years passed on, up into, when was that? 90s. I met Shirley again. She was working for the X-Files on HMCS Columbia for 2 TV shows, .com and Endgame. She was in charge of set design because they had to paint some of the equipment down. Everything was painted down another degree of gray color, and I still have pieces with her painting on it. Sure, I wonder if Shirley's still around. That was, wow. That's incredible. I met Don Moreau, Don Films. He was also worked on X-Files. He took myself and Corinne out for dinner, girlfriend at the time. Don Monroe. I wonder if he's still around. Wow. The X-Files is filmed mm, just a couple of blocks away, a block away. That's an old house there, the Millennium House, it's called. If you look up, what was that one? Millennium TV series? That was filmed just a block away. And also they filmed the X-Files down the hill where the ships were, the warships I was on. What other names? Oh, I'm trying to remember. Going back in time again, am I? Oh, well, you know what they say. Jolly good. So, X-Files. I met others. Viper was filmed on the docks. So it wasn't unusual to see a tank coming along the dock, borrowed from a collector, with the actors in it and doing their stuff. And they stopped by the ship and talk a little bit with Wes Roots and myself. Wes Roots is main project manager, by the way. The Artificial Reef Society of British Columbia, Canada. Check it out. You'll see Wes Roots and his group. John and others. Yeah, that was a fun time. They appreciated my work because they took me out on a boat trip. We had lunch, and they said to me, a small boat, I mean, you take over, I'm going to get our lunch. Oh, well, dear, I'll make sure I won't hit anything, steering and bump, 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 hitting the waves. So I just sort of relaxed and steered the boat. It's going pretty fast. And the sea bus, which was crossing at the time, I thought, let me calculate. Let me just move this way so it's going that way. I don't want to run into it or it run into me. So I did that okay. And so he came back with our lunch a little while later and went under the Lionsgate Bridge all the way out to Deep Cove, is it? Horseshoe Bay, one or the other. I remember that because he got the main guys of the towing company, John Koslick of Ribtow. Big company with huge tugboats. So we both kind of, she was quite grateful to us, Foreman and myself, and it gave me a tour of that. And I also met another fellow from, excuse me, I was working on HMCS Yukon. I met the buyer of it from San Diego. His name is Dick Long. I mentioned this before somewhere. We got along fine. He sent me an invitation to visit Divers Unlimited down in San Diego, and I think I sent him an email a year ago or something saying hi. That was fun too. I didn't go. I haven't gone yet, but anyway, maybe I will. The Yukon was sunk down in San Diego, so look up HMCS Yukon. One of the ships was saved, and it's called HMCS Haida, back east. We would send pieces and parts to the restoration of that ship, and it's now a museum ship. Very well done. Jerry Prock is in charge of part of that, and electronics and other things. I wonder if he's still alive too. Holy shoot. Dick Long, no, I'm sorry, Jerry Prock.
Jerry Prock, hi, how are we all doing today, huh?
I'm going to be dressing up totally a Carla. Lipstick, makeup, everything. And I'll be talking.
Hi, how are you doing today, folks? Happy New Year. Don't get it too wet. Wink, wink.
Yeah. Oh, well, I'm just rambling on. Whatever comes to my mind. Free association, which I went through. Anxiety disorder just has a unique method of relaxation exercises. kind of thing, and free association. It's quite interesting. I was giving demonstrations in Westline A2 ward to the nurses and staff of my relaxation exercise, shot to me by a gentleman from the United Kingdom who is a specialist in agoraphobia and that kind of thing. And well, they had me on Valium, and I liked the effects of it, and that turned into Xanax later on. So now up to right to this present time, Xanax. You know, I did a video on it, plus all the history of it and all the doctors who gave it to me. Anyway, yeah. Oh well. Oh wow. So anyway, yeah, I'll be doing a Carla episode. Just had an interview the other day by a network that wants to do something. There's been a number of new videos out too on moi. So today I touched upon politics and other crazy things that, oh well, I think that's okay, isn't it? Now I'm going to take a piece of Xanax. I got these pills broken up in little pieces. Let's see how it goes, huh? That's a half. That's a half. That's a half. Okay. Breaking it up in pieces, so anyway. Little pieces. That's a 0.05 milligrams of Xanax tablet. If I took one of those full, that'd be very kind of dozy. So I'm very careful with these things, you know. Oh yeah, okay. So, what do we got today to show up? Corona rings. It's one of them. It is stainless steel, or it can be aluminum, which is probably better, but stainless steel. Got this at the scrapyard. Hello, how are you today? Ha ha, hi, ha.
Why, how are you doing today? Oh, wow.
Hot sex. Oh yeah, hot sex. Okay. Let's see. Oh, uh, 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 harder, harder. Harder. Aha. Okay. So in my mind, it's normally that's that all the time anyway. So. But yeah, probably cut these off here. Got sharp areas here. Cut it off and polish it and put plugs in. Because I'm dealing with a lot of voltage in RF, so I should get more of these at the scrapyard sometime. And round balls. Good Van de Graaff generators. coming to take me away. Haha, they're coming to take me away. No. What was I talking about? Yeah, balls. Good Van de Graaff generators. Underneath, it's no sharp points. The whole part is curled up like that. Spark amplification kind of thing. That's a good Van de Graaff, and I did that with the one I had turned by art metal spinning supply people in Vancouver. I think it only cost a couple $100, but they did it for me. A 2-footer. Could have built that gigantic Van de Graaff generator you see George Hathaway standing by in some of the pictures. And man, that produced a lot of energy. That was fun doing that one. Even had a belt made for it, a belt manufacturing company. It wasn't that costly. It got it done. And that turned out pretty good. And I put rings on it as well to help stabilize the electrostatic power being generated in that thing. My God, we used to use that in the summer, to hot summer days, you know, and put, what did we put over the whole thing? A long, fake flock tail. Droop down like that over the ball. Turn on the Van de Graaff generator and the whole thing start going like that, and it sent out ion wind, which actually kept us cool. I used a smaller one, 500,000 volt, to actually guide the wind our way. So that's kind of interesting, crazy stuff we used to do with Larry Hampston. He's a friend of mine in Vancouver, and he's still around. I don't know. Larry Hampston. Because when I returned from Europe, I stored stuff at my sister's garage. Richard Blue of Environment Canada and the government gave me the keys to SureGuard mini storage. They put everything I had in storage. And all that went into my sister's garage. It was cases of 50 caliber Browning machine guns, rifles, pistols, tons of electronic gear, metal samples, some machine tool stuff. Filled my sister's garage to the top. Unfortunately, I did stupid things like sell it all off and actually take it to the scrapyard. I'm totally nuts, you know. I don't know. I've done crazy things. Selling my gun collection, that was nuts too. A regular Colt 50 caliber heavy barrel machine gun made by Colt with tripod, everything. I don't want to think about it. A Lewis machine gun and others. Anyway, I did stupid things. I guess we all do anyway. Oh yeah, okay. Oh, wow. Little Johnny Cupcake had his bath last night. A nice long bath, shaves everywhere. I do that all the time. I don't like body hair, never did. Too much Cro-Magnon, let's say. Too much of a Cro-Magnon thing. Humans are funny things, you know, including myself, of course. If you think about it and look at humans talking and I start seeing them as evolving from along millions of years ago, evolving with teeth and eyes, and it's kind of interesting. You got eyes, teeth for eating food, hair, nose, reproduction organs. Seems to be applicable to most of life on this planet. Which is interesting unto itself. So what do aliens do? Do they have the same accoutrements or not? You tell me. I don't know. I never met an alien. Well, I shouldn't say that. I met some weird energy beings. As Yin will tell you. Sorry, man. Oh, the Oracle room. Yeah, I would love to talk about the Oracle. We had a lot of experiences in there. Some of it's on video and some of it's uploaded, I think. like there's mirrors in there and that kind of thing, and monitoring equipment. We have seen things in there, and I have, and some of it is recorded. But it's up to Nancy if she wants to upload that to the internet. But that's being it's a separate area that's around the corner. What any other things I've seen? Yeah, I saved this guard out. Anyway, yeah. So it's interesting. In Gold Beach, oh, it went off. No, it was still on. Okay, I'm looking at something. Got caught. I thought it went off. Black shadow. I mean, very black, moving along the wall. I was in the other room and I saw this thing, but just 10 feet away, and moved along the wall and went out the door. Other things I heard was footsteps walking away from me, which is weird too. And I think, well, okay, whatever. I didn't get worried or talk about it that much, but anyway, it was interesting, I must say. Let's see, Dr. William Roll. I hope he's still alive, but there's a lot of the Neotic Science group I mentioned the other day with Henry Dakin on 3220 Sacramento Street, where I would stay there or at Henry's home within, by the way, and that's where I talk about Prince Alfred von Liechtenstein, who Ken Shoulders, Gene Manning, and others. He stayed a week. I kind of miss the old gang, you know. There's Ken Shoulders, there's Henry Dakin, there's William Tiller, Dr. Roucher stayed with us for a month. Oh, what's going on? So many people have passed away. It's like, what? What's going on here? But oh well, there's a whole new generation of folks coming along. Started carrying the torch. Alchemist guy, a few others. Bob Greener, he's the pioneer in presenting stuff into the media, into the world. Forget his other name there. I made videos for him, giving him information that he found helpful. I don't mind doing that. There's not too many people who live in the old tech world like I do. It's amazing to think of a radio transmitter. It'll go around planet Earth 7 times per second. That's just a little box you have on your desk. Or it could be a big box, too, or a big heavy thing. Broadcast around the world, hams bounce off radio waves off the moon. It's called Earth, Moon, Earth. Plus radio astronomy and lots of cool stuff, so that's why I've always been interested in radio, transmitters, receivers, and high voltage, and other crazy things I have interest in. Vintage engineering and stuff like that. How to pour Babbitt safely and for journal bearings. So I hung around with old timers a lot to learn as much as I can. And I was taught a lot by these old timers. Way before the internet, by the way. So when in shipyards, Burrard Yarrow's shipyard, not too far away from where I lived, they had things vanish during welding, and other things would vanish, and it was talked to me in, my God, when was that? 70s? Yeah, I mean, way before people got programmed by the internet, or YouTube, or whatever you want to call it. But quite interesting stuff that I was taught. Huh. Johnny Cedar had a machine shop basement. He was one of the workers at the Berardieros. Unfortunately, he got cancer from all the welding dust and smoke. And I remember visiting him at Lionsgate Hospital. He's pretty sick, and I went there one day, and the nurses came around. Oh, he's not here. He's passed away. Blah blah blah. So I felt kind of bad about it. I was visiting my friend Billy Ross from North Vancouver to Vancouver, which you cross on the sea bus with. Nothing. You don't have to pay too much. It's the same price as taking the bus anyway. So sitting there on the sea bus, looking out at the ocean at night, along comes this man and says, "I want to show you something." Okay. So he opens up a door, a metal door, and says, "Go up the stairs." Really? Okay. So I went up the stairs and sat next to the captain of the sea bus. And I thought, well, he said, "Have a seat." And that's okay. He goes, "Wow, this is really cool, the bridge." So I sat there, I think about 20 minutes. Then I went down and said, "We're docking now," and this and that, blah, blah, blah. And he said, "You needed that." And I went, "Wow, I did. Thank you very kindly." It was very impressive. So, yeah, I mean, never forget that adventure as well. I had a lot of adventures. Here I go, talking about history. Oh, well. One time I was waiting for the Robson Street bus, number 5, to visit Billy Ross, because I just landed from North Van to Vancouver, and something happened with a police officer, and some crazy person he was trying to arrest him. He grabbed the police officer's pistol, and something in me went berserk, and I went and grabbed the gun from him and put it in the police officer's holster and wrenched his arm around until the cop could handcuff him. Because I envisioned he started shooting that off, somebody would get hurt. And then the Robson bus came and I got on it and I told Billy Ross all about it. Oh yeah, it was a weird night. Anyway, I'm going on under circles, but that's okay. I tend to do that, right? Right. Get on to a topic. That's my free association training I received. What first thing comes to your mind, and that's how I did it. And what one thing leads to another, I guess. Interesting now. Another time I heard a lady being screaming, and I ran down outside in the dark in Vancouver, actually, and somebody was accosting a lady, and I went after him and grabbed her and took her to her parents' home. They thanked me. He was trying to rape her. See, I'm free associating that to another weird person I know, and I can't remember his name. He had all these websites on free energy. And to get that organized, I suppose. But he was arrested by the FBI. There's a lot of people in free energy that claim stuff that's not true. And they're whack jobs and con artists and dope addicts. A lot of John Searle is one big con man. Paul Pantone and many others, and Dennis Lee. And same old game, same old nonsense, Table's got a walking mechanism? I don't know. But yeah, a lot of crazy people out there. I'm crazy, but I'm not dangerous, I don't think. No, I don't. I say no. I'm a happy lunatic. Little Johnny Cupcake sitting here talking away. So there are some comments, and I'll try and do those videos for you too. like so, like so, like so, like so. Yeah, I had a 400-foot apartment, 24 tons measured. Had to be measured for the stuff going to Germany as well as the stuff that was going down in the USA, and it had to go through the FBI and ATF people who wrote all the reports up and all that stuff. And that was quite the adventure. And where was it going with this stuff? Adventures? Oh, I'm losing my mind. I was going to talk about something and that came in my head. Oh well. Must be losing my mind. I was going to talk about something and I forgot it. That's happened a few times over the years. Okay, so talk about crazy. Moments of quiet when the traffic stops going by. Oh yeah. The apartment not only had all those tons in there, but it was kind of like a meeting place for me and people that were highly into sex, and I had a lot of sex in there. Wow. Marianne Miller, next door neighbor. Oh, Donna Gumple from Texas. Terry Lee Caster and Rayborn Khan from Houston, Texas. Anne Marie Howe from Canada. 2 months of having fun. I won't go too far, but this one, but it was. How in the blazes? I saw a lot of other people too that we fool around in the hall, stay overnight, or have a one-night stand, and some kinky stuff we did. I had a lot of fun there. Corinne Tyson, Lama Lee. I got some videos too uploaded. I do. I filmed the gals over, kind of naked, but oh well. Yeah, they're actually uploaded them, no problems. I mean, it didn't show. I had to edit, but. Yeah, wow. Unfortunately, Marianne Miller got onto drugs. She kind of lost her mind, went to the hospital. Had to help the cops out a little bit on the information on her. Because she got in a fight with some Iranian guy who was in jail. I think he was in Colony Farm for a while, psychopathic ward. So, like that. And then Lama Lee had to help her untangle from drug addicts who had a house about a half a block away, and they stole a lot of her stuff and were selling off and all this stuff. It went on and on and on, all kinds of crazy things happening. But yeah, the apartment, 400 square feet, 24 tons, and extra weight when people came around, of course, and that was fun. I had a lot of fun there. Very naughty I am. At myself. And very obliging too. I mean, I love sex. sex and it's so fascinating and so intense. When I come go where? Oh, when I go where? Everything just in me goes like, hey, like got hit by a lightning bolt or something. It's just amazing. And it's always so darn horny all the time too. I have to do some sort of like hiding away somewhere and oh well, fantasize and just sort of wow. Anyway, I should shut up on that topic. Probably not allowed on this YouTube thing, but oh well. I've seen a lot of that. Oh, what's this for? Spring. I don't know why he's here. That's weird, isn't it? Long spoons for cups full of cool stuff. How much this spring is? So the little fella gets like this. Boing. It doesn't bother me. It's just a normal thing. It's God and religion made it into a taboo system and social stuff or whatever it is. But and having fun. Don't break any laws. No, no. There's too many crazy people out there that break laws and cause havoc and distortion for people. Not good. Oh, had a field day at Riverview with all the different characters I met there. Oh, wow. When you look at the X-Files and they film the center part of Crease Clinic on I mentioned this before, on weekends, it was, because it's all offices, it would close up, but sometimes I get the door open. And my partner at the time, we would go in and just simply disappear for a number of hours. One time they had self-locking doors. Why that is, I don't know. But one time there was a little lady and in the RT section, recreational therapy section, nobody around. Self-locking doors closed by mistake. Nobody around. Nothing. So I just took up a dumbbell like this, threw it against the door, and the whole door just fell down on the other side. And my partner and I went for dinner because it's getting dinner time, and you miss out on dinner, you can't get dinner again. So didn't say anything. See, I'm free associating it with the Riverview again. So another time I looked in the Crease Clinic library, which is on the weekend. I saw somebody who strangled themselves from a steam pipe. So I went around, grabbed the ashtray and those big, heavy ashtray things and crashed it against the door. And somebody came down and said somebody in there had hung themselves. And staff went around with all these keys and eventually got the door open. And later on I had to give a statement to the RCMP, which I did do. Very disturbing imagery, I must say. So anyway, I had to give a statement a number of times to the RCMP. It was Constable Brookbank. You can look these names up I mentioned on the internet and see if they show up anywhere. Dr. Alice Kramer. She was head of West Lawn Building. But over time, of course, was a good doctor. Not Alice Kramer, I don't remember his name now, but kind of had a gun collection under the bed, which is witnessed by R. Flynn Meyer, my lawyer, who is going to visit here someday and talk about all this fun stuff we did against Pierre Elliott Trudeau and his stupid gun control stuff. But anyway, he was a good doctor. Said if you ever get bored of this place, let me know and I'll write your discharge papers and give you money. And one day that happened. I just got bored and told him so, and phoned my dad up, who came with his um, station wagon to pick up the radio equipment and my long gun. So I took one pistol with me because it's going downtown to number 5 West Hastings Street, the Drexel Rooms, a dive place, Skid Row, with Roy Sharfel momentarily for a couple of weeks until I find a room in North Vancouver, which I did do. That was Mrs. Murphy's, 1458 East 29th Street. Anyway, so I take my pistol to the bathroom, and because you never know who's going to try and mug you and that kind of thing. And somebody actually grabbed something of mine and closed the door on it, kicked the door in. Mr. King was the curator, or not curator, but manager of the Drexel Rooms, 5 West Hastings Street, by Pigeon Park. So that went on for a couple of weeks. I got a room and moved over, took a black top cab all over there with my guns and a pistol and clothing and stuff. And welfare people put me on disability, which gave you lots of money. That's a kid disability. There's lots of money there, so I did in Vancouver, and they transferred the files over to Linmore when I moved to Lynn Valley, North Vancouver, and then off I go. The rest is lots of things. Mark Murphy, Linda Murphy, Linda, Mark and Michelle Murphy. Linda Murphy was about 13 at the time when I moved in there with the family, and I would teach her. She's interested in the lathe I had there, so I teach her how to turn the handles very gently, and I turn it on for her, and did it a number of times. And she would have fun on my cannons, play horsey on them. And Mark and I would go traveling around and doing stuff as well, and he liked flying model aircraft, sending rockets off. So Mark and I hung out quite a bit as well. Michelle and I did not. Mr. Murphy was head of CPR Rail, or CPR, CP Airways. He's branch manager, for Pete's sake, but he'd get drunk at night. Mrs. Murphy's very nice. She'd give me dinners sometime, and a lot of crazy stuff. But anyway, I'm going on and on talking, but yeah, Murphy, so anyway. That's where that other lab built up, and hundreds of guns and electronics. That's where actually George Hathaway filmed. And Mel Winfield filmed for the first time down there. Who else filmed? Oh, there's a bunch of scientists came from SAIC and Rand Corporation. And Mel brought his scientists. Alex Pizarro brought his scientists. George Hathaway brought his scientists. And they filmed stuff. Wow. That's weird, huh? I'm just thinking about these different time zones. Anyway. Some of the videos I have, some of them are not uploaded. Some of them probably went with Alex Pizarro. I don't know, but it took the moving company a week to move me. Literally, day and night. My lawyer, our Flynn Morrigan, had to show up and tell these people what to do. He signed a contract, you gotta do it or we sue you. So they finished the job, and they tried to take a cannon. And they did take a cannon. A small one. I think it was 100 pounds, 150 pounds. So I saw that, and I just phoned the RCMP and explained to them the law in Canada at the time about a fire definition of firearm, blah, 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 certain licenses, blah, blah, blah. I said, this guy took my firearm without my permission, blah, 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 and then he went up, got it from them, and brought it down and had it in the trunk of his police cruiser. Jesus Christ, wow. I was moving to Burnaby. Huh. I think I was after the Canadian USA government demonstration. Because I think so. Stan the man helped me out moving with his big truck and stuff like that. I wonder where Stan is too. He was good friends with Thomas Lee Richardson, who was Tesla's personal friend. who had a lot of stuff in his home, papers and books and stuff unpublished, and even furniture of Tesla stuff, and it was brought up until Miss Lee Richardson passed away to save the stuff and get it out to museums, but no, oh no, it's got to be shipped to the United Kingdom, which it was. So anyway, I'm going on and on. I don't even know how long I've been talking about it. Check the time. I mean, another one of these long, boring videos. I guess, I don't know, I tend to go on a talking rant, talking to this iPad unit. Well, how long has this been going on for? Oh, wow, it's 15 minutes? How can I see it? Yeah, almost another bloody hour of ranting and raving I've done. You poor people that have to listen to the garbage I put out is pretty pathetic, isn't it? Oh well, you probably want to see stuff floating around and metal bars flying around, falling apart soon, or free energy dies. I've done all that stuff. Oh, almost an hour talking. Holy crap. I better check the time, make smokes, take my vitamins and all that. Jeez, well, I sure talk a lot, don't I? Well, I used to do that on radio. I was a co-producer with Lou Gentile Radio Networks with Ariel Louise Serban, who was one of Tesla's relatives, apparently, according to her, and that led into a huge nightmare of her stalking me. But anyway, that was Lou Gentile. I wonder if any of those shows still out there, but I would interview people over the phone. It worked that way, so it's kind of interesting. That was a couple hours to 3 hours sometimes. Then I have to talk with George Norrie and Richard Surratt and Art Bell. Art was fun to work with. George Norrie was a little hard. Richard Surratt was pretty cool. Last time I did a Richard Surratt show was 2017, or yeah, think about that. Wintertime. That's uploaded on to Coast to Coast AM, and a lot of the shows are. Oh, I would talk for a couple hours, talking back and forth. I'm just doing this sort of like, well, I had to do this in Expo 86 at the Psychic Fair to present 60 seconds of a commercial for BC Place Stadium where the Psychic Fair was filmed. So I did that right to the second. I said, yes! CKWX Radio. They had their vans right inside the stadium, so yeah, it was fun doing those things. I've done a lot of those kind of things. So talk is cheap. I tend to talk and do imitations of the major Carlic connections, women, sexy people, and crazy people, and talk with animals. Broadcast yourself. That's YouTube, and which I'm doing. So it's a good experience for me for more interviews that are coming up. So, yeah. Oh, it's still light out, so I got time for my vitamins and making cigarettes. So, parting shot. Hope it doesn't disturb it. But I should close it down. Hi, it's Johnny Cupcake, your little YouTube nutcase. Silly nuts. No marine tech to show you either. Sorry, I took it all out. Have a new soon. Look to me. Doctor. I wonder if I could be a funny person to talk to people in a psychiatric ward, which I used to do. I met people that thought they were God. I met people that thought they were Napoleon. I met all people that thought they were somebody else or somebody on a power trip. I even talked to psychopathic killers. But there's guards around psychopathic killers who by accident want to talk to me. I could tell they're quite crazy, but and it's people that don't say anything. They're kind of like zombies. They walk around and stare and walk. But I've witnessed a lot of stuff. I reported to the RCMP. Constable Brookbank, the beatings of some of the patients by the staff members. Oh, they didn't like that, me ratting them out. They'd corner me in the laundry room and just say to me, threatening me actually, and I don't know, I just act stupid. Act stupid when at time's right, so I did. Well, I act pretty stupid. I don't know. You know, it's best to be that way. Then I reported that to Constable Brookbank, who put me under protective observation. He says if any of them make any threats to you, let me know and you'll be arrested. Anyway, I gotta go. Parting shot. Hot legs. I love nylons. They're cool. I feel sexy in them. No, I'm not a transgender person, but I respect all life forms and transgender, gay, everybody. Everything's a life form, and only God and religion and other crazy people make it into, oh, it's bad, naughty, you know, it's sick. So some religious people is totally sick. Donald Trump is a psychopathic, would be a happy psychopathic killer, I'm sure. He's an evil, very evil person. You should not even vote for that asshole. He's going to wind up in prison. As I mentioned at the beginning of this video, that he's so desperate that he's making up all these weird stories just to get him elected in power. So he doesn't have to go to jail, but he's going to jail one way or the other. He can't get out of it, so it's a no-win scenario for Trump. Those who support him, sad to hear it. You are stupid. You don't know about all your parents and relatives fought in World War II against this kind of attitude. You don't know. You just, it's the end of the USA if you got in power, got his way. So that's all I can say. So, the other dictators in North Korea, I don't even, Jing Jong or Dong Long Dong, some fucking fat pig. Excuse my language, but they are terrible people, disgusting human beings. It's total nuts. And we got Putin, and you got a bunch of others running around loose that should be locked up in a major psychopathic facility under guard and tranquilized, which Trump will be. He most likely will go to an insane asylum. It's going to get interesting 2024. I hope they only throw away the key, but that's, you know, he's still a sick human being. I think he should be in a mental hospital, but who knows what's going to happen. So, I gotta go. I'm gonna have a cigarette and make my vitamins and minerals.
Hi.
And I'm, who am me? Just a neurotic. Anxiety-laden neurotic. Still learning every day about life and stuff. That's who I don't know. Maybe I'll drop dead and go somewhere else. Who knows? I'm not gonna worry about it. Just have fun with old stuff. And cool people. So I'm gonna go. I did this now. It's 1 hour and 4 minutes.
Oh, parting shot. Oh, yes. Mama. I gotta get up here. Ooh, that feels so good. Ooh, those are my knobs.
Okay, here I go. Gotta end this stupid, crazy, shitty video.